Hey, what's going on there, everybody? This is Sammy Leggy here representing Team JVS, here to give you guys another review straight from Tribeca 2023. I am talking about Cold Copy. I had the honor of being able to check this movie out earlier this week in New York, and just the fact of having Tracee Ellis Ross as the main lead. I had no idea what the movie was about, but I was like, she's in it. I'm all the way there. But let me give you a little bit of background on Cold Copy. You've got a main character in Bel Powley. She's playing the role of Mia. Mia is this ambitious journalist student, and she wants nothing more to be just like her idol, like the famous Diane Heger, played by Tracee Ellis Ross, and she will do anything she can to get ahead in class, get an opportunity, work study, whatever it takes. She's willing to break the rules to do it, just to achieve her end goals. Now, with this film, I mean, it was weird for me personally because technically I'm a sort of journalist. As a critic, when I'm reviewing things, you know, it's kind of the rat race. You're trying to go and get to see the movie before everybody else. You can give your perspective out so that more people will be able to have opportunity to see you and see your perspective. Not even so much for the money, not even so much for the fame, but trying to get it first, get ahead, and pushing and going past your limitations. I think the thing about it is even when it comes to like certain media trades where you're like, oh, okay, I've got this scoop that such and such actor is going to be doing this, or this movie is about to come out, and you want to kind of be the first one to do it. And that is also the trade when it comes to a journalist. So I connected with certain aspects of this movie that was very fascinating for me to kind of gauge that because I never looked at myself in that way. But with this, they took this to a whole other level. And I think that it's a cross from a movie that I looked at maybe a few years back called The Novice, whereas this girl that she was so obsessed with the idea of being this amazing rower, um, and she would do anything to get ahead. And Mia definitely reminds me of that. And the other thing that's remind me of is Whiplash, because Tracee Ellis Ross as Diane Hager is almost evil incarnate. Like she is so everything that she does is calculated. Everything she does is an angle. Everything she does, it feels intentional. It feels slimy, and it feels like she's wrapping everyone around her finger at a given moment. I've never seen Tracee like this, and she plays it up. Like it's kind of just hard to believe that that same person we just saw just a second ago is the same person that's smiling right here at the red carpet event, and she owns it. She really truly owns this role, to the point that I was like, man, like if she had like a few more scenes, like this is a memorable character. And I think that she plays off of everybody really well because you can't gauge whether or not she's just being hard for the sake of them or for the sake of herself. And you won't even know that until like certain parts in the movie, which is why I relent to the movie Whiplash, which I love Whiplash, but J.K. Simmons, oh no, he was a terrible human being. Yeah, so going to Mia as a character though, this is where it gets very interesting because Mia as a character, she has an interesting past, and she connects with the little kid that kind of goes and saves her, played by Jacob Tremblay. And so Jacob Tremblay, if you've never seen the movie Room, it's the same little boy that plays the role of Room, and he is amazing as an actor. I mean, I think he was just recently in Flounder and Little Mermaid. He also is in one of my kids' favorite shows, Pete the Cat, because he plays the role of Pete. And he also, I think, plays the role of Robin in the Harley Quinn show. But in this one, like he plays Igor, and Igor is a young man dealing with tragedy. And he doesn't have a mother figure, and he just happens to stumble across this older woman because I think he's about 15 or 16, and Mia's in college, of course, and so he kind of is smitten with her, like he kind of is drawn to her, but it becomes a conflict because she may opt him as an angle. And that's where the certain lines and threads of this start to get very blurry. And again, with Miles Taylor, when it comes to J.K. Simmons and Whiplash, Miles at a certain point started doing very risky things to get ahead to do. And they take that concept and they add the element, like I said, with the movie The Novice, the obsession and the need to get this or get that. And it's just, you literally watch the dissection of a human being pull apart just the layers of their humanity. And I think that Bel does a great job with it. It's just hard to see because you don't, at a certain point, midway during the movie, I just checked out of a character. Like I was like, I don't see redemption. I don't see hope. I don't care for hope for them. And I think that the other part of that maybe is me is from an integrity standpoint, because with journalism, some people in their perspective is get the story no matter what, right? Get ahead no matter what. And with me, like, is when it comes to ethics, like there's a certain level of integrity that you kind of have to have. And like it just turned, maybe the movie did what it was supposed to do. Like for me, it was a lot. And I think it was well done, well acted. The shots were beautiful. Like it was some great cinematography in this movie. I didn't get that much out of the score. But as the world was just starting to unravel around the character Mia, for good and for bad, like at the epicenter is Tracee just shining. So it's kind of like everything that could be like a lull, every issue I may have is refined and taken care of and smoothed out. And so I think this is a really good, it's not a thriller, but it's definitely a drama thriller. Because it gets very rough towards the back half of this. I think it's really good. And the way they kind of handle it, wasn't a gratifying thing, but it made so much sense in the back half of all of this. But it gives my 2 thumbs up, A+. I really actually enjoyed Cold Copy, and I think you will too. I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, people. Filing out the top of the I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind.